What's up, everybody? Welcome to Everybody Podcast. Another episode for you. We got Cody and Kristen in here in the studio with us.
What up?
What up?
So recently we talked about the movie Strange Wilderness, and that day Kristen went home and watched it.
I did.
So what did you think of it?
I was really high because I did listen to you guys for that. So I went home, I smoked a lot, and then I sat down and found it on Amazon Prime, if anybody wants to watch it. It was fucking hilarious. It was really dumb. It was so dumb, but it was really funny. What else does that dude play on? Like the main dude?
He was in Saving Silverman with Jack Black.
Okay, because I'm like, I know him, but not enough to know what he else.
That's the only other movie I can remember that he's played in.
He was in a movie with Matt Dillon called Employee of the Month.
Okay.
Matt Dillon and Christina Applegate.
Okay.
I've watched that one a couple
yeah,
times.
he is on that.
Are you sure you haven't watched the fucking shitty one with Dax Shepard and Dane Cook? Because that one.
No,
I've
also
seen
both.
Employee of the Month.
Yeah, I've seen both.
That might be
That's
the one
probably
I've
the
seen then.
Yeah.
Is
that's
fucking
more
Jessica
pop-
Simpson's in
yeah.
that? Yeah, okay.
That one's more
That's the
popular,
one I
but-
saw.
But the other one is better.
I've seen that one too.
Okay.
It's about
They're
like a
both
bank
good.
robbery.
Yeah, I like
it's
both
fucking-
of
It's a
them.
good movie.
I like both.
I hated the Dane Cook one. I thought it was so stupid.
It was stupid. I will give you
I
that.
don't know.
But
So
it was,
like, but not even, but stupid in a dumb way, like in not a funny way. Like Strange Wilderness is fucking stupid, but it fucking cracks me up.
Right.
it was one of the parts I remember was when they picked on the dude because his name was Dick, and like they just kept going, and I'm like, dude, chill.
Say one more word and I'll kick your balls into your
Yeah.
fucking neck.
Jonah Hill was hilarious, and
Yeah.
he played a good. What was he supposed to be like? A redneck,
Just a
weird
guy who's there.
Yeah.
I don't know if he
Was he
even
the
had
sound
a
guy
script.
or something?
But he was like a redneck. Like he had
No,
like an accent, like a little like weird. He was weird. He was funny.
The sound guy was his best friend there, the one that was in Grandma's Boy. His name's Alan Covert.
Oh, the
one
Dante?
he had the long hair and he had not Dante, the other one, the guy who was the main guy in Grandma's Boy.
Oh, okay.
That was
okay.
the sound guy.
Okay.
The one who also gets his teeth knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the sound guy.
Who's the guy that dressed up as a walrus and then?
That's Dante.
Okay.
And I think his name is actually Dante in real
Yeah,
life. Too.
yeah.
Dude.
Or
Yep.
it might be his last name.
And the ending was like blooper that was funny.
Yeah, it just ends on a blooper.
Yeah.
It kind of is like a show for the whole movie. Is like, this is how seriously we took this movie.
Yeah.
We didn't even have a good
Sometimes
ending.
I feel like it was guys that got together. They're like, all right, we all have this new character we want to try out. So let's just let's ad-lib everything.
Well, it seems like an unscripted movie.
It does.
Like, I mean, it's a Happy Madison movie. They probably had like, it's Happy Madison, so they're incredibly popular.
Yeah.
They probably had like $10 million sitting around. They're like, let's make a fucking movie.
Yeah.
and just came up with this random plot without a script and just fucking wung it. And that's what they got. Was
They probably got stoned and was like wrote all this shit down and were laughing the whole time they were doing it.
It was
And
very funny.
it caught on to all the stoners. Because when I got high like when I first watched it sober, I made it through like half the movie. I was like, this is dumb. But then I got older and I got high and I rewatched it and I was like, this movie is pretty fucking funny.
All right, so since we're talking about movies, and you're not gonna give a fuck about this, but Spiral, is part of the Saw. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it's got Chris Rock.
And
I just
Samuel
saw-
L.
I
Jackson.
just
in,
saw
like,
a
his
trailer.
own- I've never seen Chris Rock do anything
Me
not
either.
funny before.
Yeah.
And then Samuel L. Jackson is another person that's big in that, and I'm gonna watch it. It comes out the 14th.
I just watched
It
the trailer
looks
this
good.
morning.
I want to watch. Yeah, I'm definitely watching that.
Did you watch all the Saw movies?
Like, I mean, my eyes were closed majority of the time, but yeah, I know I've watched them all. I'm like,
Yeah,
whole
that's
fucking time.
torture porn's a rough one for me.
Oh, it hurt. It's hard.
Yeah.
But I have, like, the story behind Jigsaw is good. Like, he's technically kind of a good guy. He just, like, kills bad people and then gives them, like, ultimatum. Like, he's kind of...
I don't know if
he's
good
a-
guy is how you describe it.
He's a good
He
guy.
doesn't, yeah, but he doesn't just kill people. He straight up tortures them. And
Yeah,
or
because
forces
they're
them to
bad
torture
people.
themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
but
I love him.
Yeah.
Good job, Jigsaw. Wanna play a game?
okay. Do you watch Saw movies ever?
I've watched the first two.
The first one's really fucking good.
Yeah,
it's a really great
that's
movie.
the best one.
I like
The second one's not bad either. I like the second one.
Honestly,
one.
the one when like they twist the girl's hair off and they use like pig masks.
I don't know if I saw that. If I did,
that one was hard to watch because it literally just tore like her hair and scalp off.
Okay, yeah. What's your worst Saw death? Like the one that's the hardest for you to watch?
That one hurt me. The one I just mentioned.
Out of the movies I've seen,
I hate needles. When that girl fell into the pit of needles, fuck that.
Yeah, that's.
She didn't even really fall. That guy threw her.
Yeah,
in there.
but like,
she didn't want to do
disgusting.
It's awful.
It's so disgusting. I don't know, man. Seeing Chester peel from that seat was pretty rough.
Oh yeah, that was dirty.
That was a tough one. I think mine is. I think it was in Saw 4. Thing is, I didn't even see that movie. I just saw that death. But the one that I think that sticks with me the most, I think, was in Saw 4. It was the football player who killed the guy's son in a drunk driving accident. And he had him in the machine with his fucking arms and legs.
Yes.
And they twisted his arms and legs off one at a time.
Stop. Yeah.
That's the toughest. It's
hard.
That's
so
one of the few times in a movie I had to look away, because it shows all the bones. It's like close-ups of the bones twisting and snapping.
Christ.
There was one that also they all hurt me. Like I said, I closed my eyes throughout most of it. But there was one when like they had to put their arm into like a saw, like whatever, some cutting them, and they couldn't pull out until the jar was full of like a certain amount of blood. Like they had to make themselves bleed for it to fill up.
Oh, that was the second one, right?
Yeah, that one was hard for me to watch.
One?
That one,
they like cut their arm in half long ways, right?
Yeah, I think so. And then they had to fill it, like they couldn't stop until the jar filled up with blood. So they literally could stop when they needed to, but they couldn't get out until like the jar filled up with blood. And I'm like, fuck. All of it sucks.
It's rough. It's
terrible.
Rough.
But I'm excited for the new one because it has like actual good actors in it. I'm like, dude, this might be.
And it seems like it's going to be more like the first one. Because the first one wasn't really... I wouldn't call the first movie like torture porn. It was more of a mystery than anything else.
Yeah, it had a story.
And it had...
Rather than just killing people.
Yeah, it had a couple of those torture porn moments. But for the most part, it was just a really tense movie about two guys locked in a bathroom.
And
really.
I think that's what this one's going to be, too. They didn't show anything really gory on the trailer. Like...
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be more of a mystery than it is just because by the time you get to the third one, especially, everybody knows who did it. There's no mystery to it. It's just, let's watch this guy torture people.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's see by each movie, every time we go, let's see how much more gross we could get with the deaths.
Are you going to watch that one, Brad? Because we could talk about
I'll probably watch the new one.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that. 14th.
My main thing was, like, when I saw the trailer, I was just like, I think Chris Rock is gonna pull this off.
I think so.
But I've never seen it, and I really want to see it.
What? Oh fuck! Well, is it gonna be on streaming, or is it just gonna be put out in the theaters? Do you know?
I don't know. I'll look it up.
Seems like everything's on streaming.
I was
now.
gonna say HBO Max.
If it's driving, we should go see that. Legit. Because it's scary. Yeah. I love watching scary movies at the drive-in.
Yeah, I'd be down for that because we didn't get to do it with Mortal Kombat like I wanted to.
Yeah. What's it called? Spiral. I'm like,
you brought it up. Because there was another movie called Spiral from way back in the day that was really bad.
You have to say Spiral from the Book of Saul because there's already a movie out called Spiral.
That's what I just said.
Oh, well, I was reading when you said that. So I didn't hear what you said.
It was literally as soon as I was done saying that, you said it.
Just in case you guys didn't hear it, Cody, I'm just going to remind you that.
But yeah, there's a movie called Spiral a long time ago, and it had the robot kid from Grandma's Boy was in it, and it was also a horror movie. It was really bad. Really bad.
Do you see anything about HBO Max?
It's playing.
It's probably just gonna come out in theaters. Cause now the world's
because it's showing me
up.
Williamsport showings for it.
Yeah. Oh, okay, well. The drive-in doesn't really do like huge in advance stuff. They usually don't say what they're gonna play until like the week of.
I feel like they'll
a couple days prior.
Yeah,
because I know when Mortal Kombat came out, they didn't announce it till like Wednesday, and Mortal Kombat came out on a Friday.
And they don't have a very good presence on the internet. That drive-in,
Yeah.
You know, like you go to the website and it's literally just one screen.
Yeah.
And it has showtimes, and sometimes it'll just say showtimes and then nothing will be there. But it'll say we're open. So you kind of just have to wing it or call them. I think it's owned by old people, so I think they still just run it like it's the 90s.
I think it is gonna be at that because it kept showing me theaters and stuff locally.
I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be at the drive-in.
But we should definitely see. I want to see that so much.
They get the movies as soon as they come out.
Yeah, so that would be dope to see. And then there was another one, but I can't think what it's called now. Nope. That's not what it is.
Totally forgot.
Yeah, here it is. And there it goes.
And it's gone.
The new Resident Evil I want to play, though. There's a big hype about the villain in that. That tall girl. Everyone wants to fuck her. Is
the demo still out? Could we download it and play it?
I think
on
so.
Microsoft?
I think so.
I don't know. The game itself is out now, isn't it?
Is it?
I think it's out. A friend of mine was on there playing it this morning.
No,
it didn't say demo. It just said Resident Evil Village.
On TikTok, everyone's hyping up the villain, saying she's hot, and they'll be like acting like stepsister stuff. Be like, "I'm stuck. What are you gonna?" And then it shows her. You need TikTok to understand. But everyone's hyping up this bitch.
Well, I'm not gonna get TikTok.
Fuck China. We went over this.
I don't trust China. We can get past this.
I'm sorry. Anyways, but yeah, everyone thinks like she's hot or whatever.
No, there's a lot of people cosplaying her.
She reminds me of the witch on Stay Alive. Like that's what I thought of when I saw her. She reminds me of that bitch.
She's got like the blood around her mouth. And is it about vampires?
I don't know.
Is she?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I haven't read into it. I've watched gameplay, but like
I've just seen clickbait that had a picture of her with an arrow pointing and then text after the arrow that said "not a vampire." So that could have either they could have been telling the truth or it could have just been some clickbait.
But anyways, she reminds me of the witch on Stay Alive.
Okay.
Yo, you know what witch is awesome? The one from Left 4 Dead.
I think she kind of looks like that, right?
Kind of.
I guess it's the same kind of color palette.
Have you ever?
No. I have it on my Xbox though.
Oh my god!
I have so many games on my Xbox that I don't play.
What one do you have?
Left 4 Dead 1.
The first one? Mm-hmm. Okay. That's backwards compatible, right? Right?
I don't know. I don't have it.
Honestly, I might have both.
Man.
Honestly, I might have both.
I think I had it on disc, but I gave all my discs to Chad.
I want to play that pirate game with you guys. I watched gameplay again about it. I'm like, oh, be so much fun with be so much fun with my friends. But
does it suck alone? Is that what the problem is?
Yeah, because it's a team game. Like you need somebody to look at the map. You need somebody to steer it, and you need it's a team game.
I don't want my job to be looking at a fucking map.
Okay, they don't have that job
or paddling.
You know what? Fuck you guys. Because when you go on
move the joystick in a circle.
When you go on the island, you fight skeleton things and stuff, and you find treasure. So
but how often?
Often. The whole game is to, you know what? Fuck you guys. So like you look at the map, and all it tells you is a shape. So then you have to like go on your it shows you this thing. It's just a shape. You have to go on your map and match that shape. And sometimes you're wrong because a lot of the shapes are so like it's kind of a puzzle game. Plus, if you hit something, you have to like scoop out the water. Like it's a whole bunch of stuff. If a storm happens, it can fuck up your ship, and you have to like scoop out water. And you have to be a team. And you have to steer, and you have to put down the sails. And you have to fucking do shit.
A game that you need to scoop water out of your boat. Sounds like fun.
They call that bailing.
And then you go to the island in which you're supposed to go to, and you fight pirates, and you fight skeletons, and you get treasure.
This sounds like
you're a pirate, and it's a pirate game. I'm dying.
No, you know what?
Like, I'm fucking done.
Let's eliminate all the map stuff and the like dumping out water from your boat.
Anything besides
you should get
raping and pillaging.
Yeah. You should get the Avengers.
Okay, hear me out.
Because the Avengers would just be Sea of Thieves, but just fighting the skeletons all the time.
I watch a lot of like YouTube videos where it's like worst and best games of whatever.
Don't listen to them. They don't know. They don't know how you feel.
Yeah, people hate that game.
They said it's tedious and boring, and it looked it.
It's a beat 'em up.
Gameplay.
What do you want from a beat 'em up? Like, people are always like...
More maps, if I'm being completely honest.
Thank you, Cody.
Yeah.
More maps, more diverse maps, more diverse enemies.
That's really all you could do with it. Diverse enemies would be pretty sweet.
That's why I haven't played it in a while. Because I've beaten up enough robots.
Yeah, like actual gangsters or something.
Wow, I really want to spend money on
aliens.
this game.
Like, it's fucking...
You haven't played it yet, so you're not bored with it.
It was fun while I played it. I had a fucking great time.
Buy the fucking game.
So anyways, we're gonna play Modern Warfare probably later, because that's what our life is.
I hate that game.
Dude, I love it.
I got Cyberpunk.
You did?
Yeah.
Word.
I've been playing it for the past couple of days.
I need to play it. I haven't been on my Xbox to even see what y'all been playing. Because you were playing that Tropico?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the last thing I saw you playing.
Again.
How was that?
I like it, but also fuck that game because I don't know if you can beat it. I don't know if there's a winning. But
like
the only reason I don't know is because when you're supposed to build up an island as a nation, but once my nation gets to like a little over 2,000 people, it fucking crashes and the save data gets corrupted. So I don't know if you can actually beat the game. I don't know if there's an ending because once I'm successful, it just crashes. It sucks, but I still play the shit out of it because it's fun to build this nation.
Get on Reddit and ask questions.
Oh, I have. They just say the same thing. Yeah,
really?
It's not capable of on PC. I guess it doesn't do that, but on console, that's just what it does. Once your population gets to be around 2,000, it just crashes.
No shit.
Yeah.
So you could have a national anthem for your thing and put one nation under Cody. So everyone worships you.
I don't think there's any national anthems. No.
Well,
you give speeches you're a dictator and you give speeches.
Exactly. So you can do that.
But it's it's not really a dictatorship because you have to. The whole point of the game is to keep the people on your side because they do vote every 10 years, which you don't vote on a dictator, but they call you a dictator.
He's more like God, and he created it in like
one nation under Cody.
No, Civilization you play God, and this you just play one leader.
Oh, okay.
One nation under Cody. I was just trying to help you out. Okay, but fuck you.
No, that's what you do have to do shit like that to try and keep the people on your side. But you gotta build like special housing for people because you got poor people, you got poor, well-off, rich, and filthy rich people, and you got to build special housing for each of them. And you have to have it placed in the right spot so they can get to their job because you got to build jobs for these fucking people too.
So what's that game I was playing on my PC?
That game sounds terrible in my eyes.
What's that sim game I was playing? City one.
I don't know why you're asking me.
Well, we talked about it, so you should know. I forget the name of it. I played it on PC for a while. It was like
you need to remember everything that you guys talk about.
You need to remember what I did.
You have a better memory than I do. Fuck you. Anyways,
I don't know. Sim City.
It's close to that though.
I don't know. I have no idea.
City Sky.
Oh, City Skyline.
Cities
Skyline, something like that.
Yep, that's the game. Anyways, that one you have to understand how like highways work and shit, and I could not because I live in like fucking Troy. So like you had to understand how traffic works and stuff, and I got confused.
Oh yeah. So that's Tropico's like that too.
Oh really? Fuck that.
It's like because that's what I did. Like one of the first few times I played it, I was getting really frustrated because you got to place your businesses.
Yep.
There's certain resources, and you got to place
that City Skyline.
Those resources. I might have to check that game out then. But you got to place those resources, and then you have to have a roadway to get to them, so the people can get there. But if you just literally just place the resource and then just draw a road to every resource, and you just got like a single road, everything gets jammed up. There's like traffic jams and shit. So you have to actually make like a grid pattern roadway and build like city blocks and shit.
That. I'm bad at. Also, like
this game sounds terrible.
It's fun, dude.
Yeah,
I love it.
Is stupid. He can't play those games. He can play.
Obviously, you are too. You were complaining about making a roadway. All you got to do is make a grid.
Stupid, but I mean, like. He doesn't like any sim game, so
I might check that out. That sounds if it actually works and doesn't crash once it becomes successful.
So City Skyline, you like have to drop like water pipes, and you have to have the machine from the water source, like a lake or whatever's near you, And then you have to draw electricity. You have to have enough electricity. You have to have enough high schools and elementary schools in a certain location in order for it to have it smart people to have jobs. And you can't have, that's basic. I hate it.
That's like Tropico. And then you got to build colleges so you can have college. But
and
then
have a library and hospital.
Once you have colleges and you start putting out, kids start going to the college and you start having people that are college educated, they don't want to be fucking farmers and miners anymore. So now you've got to find college educated level jobs
low
for
income
them.
and high income sections and jobs, and then you can't have the dump too close to your people or they'll be sick or they won't live, they'll be unhappy, and you have to keep everyone happy.
And that's in Tropico, you gotta, since it's an island, you can have one of your main businesses can be tourism, and that's the same thing. Like, you can't put a dump where your tourism is because then people don't want to fucking go there.
And
same thing with
parks.
like your like industry. Like, you can't put a bunch of factories around a bunch of cabana villages because they're gonna be like, they don't want to see the fucking factories.
Yep. And then like airports can't be too close because they're too loud, so you can't have that too close to your city because people get pissed off. And then people get sick. If they're too, like, if they can't get rid of their trash, they get sick and then they die, and then you have, and
you got to build hospitals for them.
Police.
And they've got to be in places that they get police, because if you have poor people, then you're going to have crime, because poor people commit crime.
So people get killed and then, fire,
Wow, what a game.
So that's City Skyline, too.
It sounds like the same fucking game.
I put a lot of hours into that.
I might give that a try.
It's fun, They
give
you, like, 10 maps to play.
There's a lot more maps in Tropico.
Yeah.
They even have a random generated map that you can use.
Well, it's like Sims, so you can buy like bundle packages like they do on all their Sims games. So there's like different themes and stuff. But yeah, it's really fun.
I'm a simpleton, man. Give me a gun and let me shoot people or fight people. Those are the games I play.
Well, I love Sims games. I don't know. City Skyline was fun until, like, I just didn't understand highways. Like, I got it figured out, but it wasn't as complex as, like, you watch online and you're like, wow, those are nice. Mine was just, like, simple exits, simple little side roads. It
doesn't go that into, like, the highways as far as exits and shit go on Tropico.
Oh, you
just have to build the road. There just has to be a roadway there for people to get through, and it has to be manageable. Like, you can't just have... You can't have a building here and your city center here and just one straight fucking road to that building. You have to kind of make like a grid system so that way they can come in and go out.
It's way more in depth. You have to have 4 ways where there's supposed to be 4 ways, 2 ways, so people don't get jammed up. You can put toll bridge and stuff when needed. You have to like have the red lights the right way. Like you have to decide all that to make traffic work, and I don't understand that.
Do you have to manage government and shit?
No.
So that's the big thing with Tropico. You have
You're
to
not
manage
really.
government.
You just make the city. Yeah.
See, in Tropico, you got, and then your people will split off into factions. So you'll have capitalists and communists and religious sects, and you have to try and figure out how to manage them to keep your approval up, because once people join those different sects of those different organizations, the organizations themselves promote you or demote you.
Yeah,
like
it's not. You don't
who
have to worry
the fuck
about
is
any
making
of that.
these games, man?
So what are the people called that like actually design a town and city? What are they have a name? What are they?
Civil engineer.
Yeah, sure. They had one place, City Skyline, and he's like, this is almost like super accurate on how you would want to design. Like he's like, this is kind of hard for me. And he designed cities. Like,
maybe video games are slowly teaching people, but like making it fun. I don't find it fun.
They have been for a long time. They use video games to train people how to fly airplanes.
Dude, I could design a house because of Sims 4. I'm just saying.
That's why we talked about getting into fucking...
I make blueprints and they just do the math for me.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Be like...
I could do that.
Put a wall...
Computers do the math for architects now anyway.
Yeah, so I feel like...
There you go,
I can't wait till VR when I can like design a house and fucking walk through it, dude. That will be like... That's my dream.
You might already be able to do that.
Honestly, yeah.
You don't know that you can't do that.
I could.
Look into it.
I'm scared though. I feel like I'll like...
VR
that shit.
Interior designer.
Like people can design what they look like, so they'll hate themselves even
like
more
they
than
can
already
send
do.
you a flash drive of like the house and what it looks like. Then you get in your VR and you like pick things and put it on the wall, and then send them the flash drive back. Be like, this is what I came up with.
I bet you they already do that, dude.
Dude, that's
That's
literally my dream.
Get into it. There you go. I figured out your number 3, dude.
There's your fucking life plan right there.
Got it. I'm excited. Dude. That is like a dream job. Other than dude.
I wish I could get paid to smoke weed.
You could. You could be like. I bet you they have weed testers now because
they do.
Okay,
they do. I just don't know how to get involved in that. I'm in a legal state now, though, so maybe there's something I could do.
I have something we could talk about. Okay, so
don't say you have it. Just talk about it.
Okay. Well, I wanted you guys to shut up first on that. I was gonna let you guys finish up, and because I'm gonna change the subject. So on Twitter, Rockstar put out that they're looking for game testers, and everyone's saying GTA 6.
Or another game that they are possibly designing.
No, they haven't done. Yeah.
I mean, that's not likely. They don't do shit. It's Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto for the past 20 years.
And the last time they really, So
maybe,
I feel
maybe they make a new fucking, was that Bully or whatever that game's called?
They talked about doing Bully too.
It's at Walmart, really cheap, and I want to get it. Is it good? Have you guys played it?
I've heard it was a really good game.
I heard
I've never played it.
It's just like GTA, but in high school.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you bully and shit. I want it. Bring me back to my roots.
Really want them to remaster the Warriors.
Really
fucking badly. If they remastered the Warriors, I would be so pumped. I would buy that in a fucking day. No, I wouldn't cry. I would just buy it. Why would I?
Why would I? My bad. Sometimes people show emotion through that. My bad.
You asked that. You asked that a lot.
Looked at me like I was retarded right there. You want to know? It's just like a sarcastic thing. I react like if someone's happy or sad. But did you cry?
Okay.
No. Well, the answer is no. I definitely didn't cry. I definitely wouldn't cry.
Oh,
I would be pretty fucking excited though.
What's an old game you could think of that you would want remastered?
Frogger.
Be serious.
No, Oh, that was one of my top three. The first top three we did.
What's there to do to that game?
Oh, it's so much more than crossing a road though on the whatever one I talked about. It's like it's actual. Because when people think of Frogger, they think it's just the crossing road level. But
that's what it is.
No, it's not. It's so much. You have to like save the other colored frogs.
Vehicles. That
you have to save them by crossing the road.
No, it's like an actual whole level that you have to like. They have
crossing the road.
No, it's not crossing the road.
Sometimes
you guys never played it, and I'm done.
There's logs that you have to jump on instead of like avoiding the cars.
Yeah, but no, it's like so much different than that.
Explain it.
It'd be like a Crash Bandicoot game, but like worse graphics. Like you actually have to like go through levels and shove. No, but like you have to save the other colored frogs and go through obstacles and stuff to save each color.
So Crash Bandicoot, but with a frog.
Yeah.
And Crash Bandicoot kind of looks like a frog.
No, he doesn't. He looks like a fox.
He's a bandicoot.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't we? We had this discussion already.
that.
Okay, well I forgot about. But yeah, you're right. Go on.
I just like when you talk about it like as Crash Bandicoot, that's what I picture. Just a green Crash Bandicoot without hair.
All I'm saying is Frogger's more than what you guys think, and you guys need to stop being douchebags. A game though that I really want remastered would be like no. I was gonna say Assassin's Creed, but they don't really need to be remastered.
No,
most
dude,
of them have
it's got to be old. I mean, those aren't really old.
I'm sure that the graphics of the original Assassin's Creed's probably not holding up like it used to.
Yeah, like the second one I was playing the other day, and it looked shitty.
Yeah,
but I think
you
don't
realize because it happens subtly. You don't realize how
Right.
great graphics have changed, like or how good they are now compared to what they were back then. Have you like tried playing? I know we all have the remaster, but have you tried playing like the actual Tony Hawk's Pro Skater?
I've seen comparisons.
Not since I lived in Canton.
It looks like shit.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of YouTube.
It looks like
it's
shit.
very, dude. I when I was checking out to see what games worked on my PlayStation 2, the original SmackDown from the PS1 worked. That game is so ugly and like pixelated and blocky.
Yeah, the characters are blocky.
Oh my god.
Like everything comes to a sharp point.
It's so bad.
Vice City, but they're already talking about doing that. But that one would be dope remastered.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I mean, any of the old Grand Theft Autos would be pretty cool as a remaster.
Yeah, even 3.
What one would you want remastered? Since my Frogger answer is so dumb.
I don't know if I'd want a remaster of any of the games. But I definitely know I want a new Battletoads game.
Yeah. Dude,
that would be awesome.
I've never played that.
You've never played any of the Battletoads?
Yeah, I've never played Battletoads
either. Those games were awesome.
I watched a YouTube video the other day of like all the games we would play on like those Flash games when we were in school. Like all those, and they brought back so many memories of playing like those stupid games. Like AmazingGames.com or Awesome Game was one of the websites.
Oh man, I remember going to a website and playing a bunch of stupid shit.
It was all those popular games. Like the
freeonlinegames.com, I think was one of them too.
Yep.
Flash, like, what'd you say, Flash Games or something
Flash
like that?
Games. And one was like Awesome Games or AmazingGames.com, and that's the one I used all the time because the school would always block the ones they know you're playing on. And that was one that just never got caught. And you remember the monkey balloon game? Like popping all the balloons that were going through the...
Yeah, to shoot the arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then upgrade. Yeah, that was one of them. Yeah,
do you remember
the tower defense games?
Do you remember the Madness Combat?
No.
You don't remember Madness Combat?
No.
I feel like if I showed you the first video that was popular, like back when we have been in high school, that you might be like, oh, I remember that.
Maybe.
But they made it into a game, and that little game was pretty fun. You could play online for free.
Do you remember the helicopter game? It's basically Flappy Bird.
Yes, that was on that thing. I never played it, but I'm like, yo, that's where Flappy Bird fucking came from.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Did you guys play... it was like Stick Boy or something, and he just like went through obstacles, but he's just a little drawn stick figure with orange pants.
I think I played it, but you reminded me of did either of you guys ever go to stickdeath.com?
No.
You know stickdeath.com?
Yeah.
Pretty fantastic, dude. It's just little fucking videos of stick figures and them just dying in like crazy ways.
Yeah.
Somebody just made it, and it's all there's like hundreds of videos of just these little animations of stick figures getting in situations where they die.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking it was fantastic.
There's a cat game where like it like takes off like from a thing that you control how the speed and the whatever, kind of like Angry Bird, and every time they bounce on something, like they have to bounce on something, make them go farther and faster. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the first one was a cat one when I thought it was a different theme, but the very first one was cat, and then they just made it.
I like the simple games where you like just threw a person, and like you get points for like them breaking their arms and like all the injuries and shit.
Skate, the video game, had like an entire
I think
mode out
fucking Saints Row 4 has like a little mission you can go in there and you can like throw yourself all over the place and shit.
Get people to hit you with cars to rack up insurance money.
I remember, because you have the superpowers in that game, I remember just going to the top of a building and just jumping off and just falling. Or like running really fast, jumping, and then just letting your guy go.
Yeah, because you could like sail in that game.
Yeah.
Like you could like coast.
Man, that game was fun. I'm going to play that game today. That game was fun as fuck. But I'll probably end up just playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, I'm in the mood to play video games because Kaylin's going to be sleeping all day, so I can play video games.
Yeah, if you guys didn't come over, I probably would have just played video games all fucking day.
I'm going to Walmart tonight.
Walmart's fucking gay.
I think I have to go to Lowe's. Get some boxes.
I have a lot of boxes.
Do you?
Yeah.
Where?
At my house.
I think I got one.
I might have some totes you can borrow too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then what day?
We close on the 13th.
Fuck. Okay.
And we're moving that next weekend.
Okay.
The 20. We're gonna start doing little things the 21st, and then Saturday the 22nd we're gonna do like furniture and the bed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome, dude.
I helped you move last time. Kinda. I just gave you a lot of boxes because I had a job that had like every time we got beer,
the beer boxes,
a shit ton of boxes.
That's cool. Well, that was everybody podcast. We'll catch you guys another time.
Peace.
Peace.